Belly fat is ridiculously easy to gain and insanely hard to lose. You can eat clean all week, slip up once, and suddenly your stomach looks like it's storing food for a long winter. Meanwhile, you're doing cardio non-stop, sweating every day, and somehow your belly refuses to change. Let's fix that. It doesn't matter if you're sitting at 15% body fat or closer to 25%. There is a simple two-step system that actually works for getting rid of belly fat. No magic supplements, no endless cardio sessions, just a method that aligns with how your body really works. But first, you need to understand why belly fat behaves differently from the rest of your body. You've probably already lost some weight. Your face looks sharper. Your arms are leaner. Maybe even your legs look tighter. Yet your stomach is still there, holding on like it owns the place. That's not because you're lazy, and it's not because you didn't do enough crunches. It's genetics. Your body decides where fat comes off first and where it stays the longest. And for most people, the final battleground is the belly. There are two main reasons for this. First, belly fat is biologically stubborn. Fat cells in your midsection cling harder than fat stored in your arms, chest, or face. No matter how active you are, that area is usually the last to lean out. Second, blood flow to the belly is weaker compared to other areas. Fat loss signals reach your arms and face easily, but your stomach gets the message late. That's why you might see veins popping in your biceps while your abs still look completely covered. And here's the hard truth. You cannot spot reduce fat. Fat loss happens everywhere at once. You don't get to choose where it comes from. Genetics decides the order, and unfortunately, the spot you hate the most is almost always the last to go. That's frustrating, but once you accept it, fat loss becomes much simpler. Now let's clear up another myth. Abs exercises do not burn belly fat. You can do 1,000 sit-ups a day, and your stomach fat will still be there if your overall body fat stays high. However, training still matters. When you build your abs, they become visible at higher body fat levels. You don't need to be shredded to see definition. With well-developed abs, even around 18 to 15% body fat, lines can start showing. Just like any other muscle, bigger abs show sooner. So while workouts won't directly burn belly fat, they make your midsection look tighter and more defined as fat comes off. Think of it as preparing the muscles underneath, so they're ready when the fat finally drops. Now let's get into the actual method. Step 1 is non-negotiable. You must be in a calorie deficit. There is no other way to lose belly fat. And this is where most people fail. Not because they don't know this, but because they don't stick with it long enough. A calorie deficit simply means eating slightly less than your body needs to maintain its current weight. Eat more, you gain fat. Eat less, you lose fat. Simple in theory, difficult in execution. Most people overcomplicate this. They obsess over numbers, track every bite, stress about macros, and burn out within weeks. Once consistency breaks, fat loss stops. The goal is not perfection. The goal is consistency over time. When you maintain a small, sustainable deficit day after day, your body has no choice but to pull energy from stored fat, including stubborn belly fat. Once step 1 is locked in, step 2 is about accelerating the deficit without destroying your recovery. Most people immediately jump to intense cardio, running, HIIT, cycling, endless sweat sessions. Yes, these burn calories, but they come with problems. Hard cardio is difficult to sustain. It increases fatigue, interferes with strength training, slows recovery, and often leads to massive hunger afterward. Many people end up overeating and canceling out the calories they burn. Worse, when recovery suffers, muscle loss increases, and losing muscle makes fat loss harder in the long run. So instead of extreme cardio, the smarter approach is walking. Walking burns calories without stressing your joints, nervous system, or recovery. Your body doesn't care how the calories are burned, only that they are burned consistently. Aim for 7,000 to 10,000 steps per day. No joint pain, no exhaustion, no insane hunger. Just steady, low-effort calorie burn that adds up fast over weeks and months. The best part is that walking fits into your life. Walk during phone calls, park farther away, take the stairs, go outside for short walks throughout the day. It doesn't feel like cardio, which is exactly why it works. Walking also lowers stress, improves sleep, and keeps cortisol under control, all of which help with fat loss. You don't need to jump straight to 10,000 steps. Start by adding 2,000 extra steps per day. Once that feels easy, add another 2,000. Build it up gradually until it becomes your new normal. When you combine a consistent calorie deficit with daily movement, belly fat eventually has nowhere left to hide. It won't disappear overnight. But week by week, the scale moves, your waist tightens, and the stubborn fat finally gives up. This isn't flashy. It isn't complicated. But it works every single time if you stay consistent.